Assalamu alaikum everyone, I'm Redwan Afif and today I'm going to talk about the Rohingya refugee issue. Before leaping into the topic, I would like to thank Dr. Sabir Ahmed Choudhury for giving me this opportunity. Now, the preface of this crisis. Having its own experience of the Liberation War and genocide of 1971, Bangladesh sheltered over 1 million persecuted Rohingyas. The many of them fled their home in August 2017 in the face of violence and genocide committed by Myanmar's military and majoritarian Buddhists. A level of atrocity that the United Nations described as a textbook example of ethnic cleansing. Despite not being a party to the 1951 Refugee Convention, Bangladesh provided shelter to the Rohingyas on humanitarian grounds. The newcomers were placed in camps primarily in Ukhia and Teknaf, two sub-districts of Cox's Bazar in Bangladesh. Now, the history of this operation. The Rohingya are an ethnic group, and the majority of them whom are Muslim who have lived for centuries in the majority Buddhist Myanmar. Discriminatory policies of Myanmar's government since the late 1970s have compelled uh, hundreds of thousands of Muslim Rohingya to flee their homes in the predominantly Buddhist country. Thousands of Rohingya were executed and many were deported to central Burma. In 1982, Myanmar denied their Rohingya citizenship and rendering them stateless and excluding them from the country's official ethnic groups. Finally, following a military crackdown in 1981, Myanmar intensified its control in northern Rakhine state, subjecting Rohingya to severe abuses. In 2016, an armed group attacked Myanmar police, prompting a violent response. In August 2017, clearance operations led to a mass exodus, with over 700,000 Rohingya, including 370,000 children, seeking refuge in Bangladesh, creating the world's largest refugee settlement by December. The Rohingyas have faced persistent persecution and violence over the years. Now, the mass exodus to Bangladesh and crisis situation. Numerous crisis situations have arisen since the government of Bangladesh began to shelter hundreds of thousands of Rohingyas after they migrated there. First of all, not being able to provide them with a clean place to stay, food, or drink, and that led to the development of water and foodborne illness like typhoid, cholera, and hepatitis A, E, and so on. The lack of knowledge among the Rohingya people on basic sanitization, malnourishment, reproductive health led to a disorderly outbreak of diseases. There were not enough clean drinkable water, food, medicine, or housing space relative to the population, which resulted in several power struggles and internal conflicts within the Rohingya. Numerous armed factions were created to protect their several area, and there were numerous gunfights and killings that took place inside the camp. Additionally, there have been several reports of abuse and sexual assault between them. The abrupt presence of the Rohingya people has an impact on the forest animal inhabitants. The Rohingya population and the local community experienced numerous conflicts as they sought employment and encountered difficulties in their respective fields. Finally, a large number of Rohingya even forcibly seized land belonging to indigenous people, resulting in numerous deaths. Crisis management process. UNHCR supported education development of transferable skills and livelihoods for Rohingyas, as well as UNICEF and other organizations with many other countries. Even Gambia filed a genocide case against Myanmar and Aung San Suu Kyi in ICJ, and Bangladesh tried negotiating with the Myanmar government, but there was no progress or consideration. There have been attempts to facilitate the repatriation of Rohingya refugees to Myanmar, but progress has been slow and complicated by concerns about the safety and rights of the returnees. The aim situation. The government of Bangladesh taking all burden for this humanitarian act despite having countless problems. Since the beginning of 2023 and with Chinese support, sought to start repatriating Rohingya refugees to Rakhine State, but still they are not living for security and concerns for their lives. Lately, the government of Bangladesh began relocating refugees from the Cox's Bazar camps to Bhasanchar, located about 60 kilometers from the mainland. As of the latest UNHCR figures, nearly 30,000 Rohingya refugees reside on the island, and the government plans to relocate up to 100,000 Rohingya refugees to the island in phases. And we hope to see this situation as soon as possible for the greater good for both Bangladesh, Myanmar, and the Rohingyas. And thank you guys for being with me in this presentation.